guys, it's Amber. So today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me featuring all Essence products. So some of these may be ones that I've reviewed and used before. Some of these are going to be new, but I'm going to go through and test them all out for you, tell you what I like and what I didn't. I've used these over the past month or so, and so I have a pretty good idea of what I like and what I don't, so I will be reviewing them, kind of doing like an all-inclusive get ready with me chit chat, kind of covering all my bases since I'm so incredibly behind in my videos, but we will get to that in a minute and we'll get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in with my Essence Say No to Dark Circles. This is the only concealer I have from them, so we are just going to make it work. If you've seen my other videos, you know this isn't my favorite concealer, but it does work okay, so we're gonna go with it for today. I wish I had another one to do like my nose, because this foundation, if you can call it that, it's more like a BB cream, is very lightweight, but we will just go for like a natural look today. I think I could use this maybe. I'm putting this underneath so I can kind of cover up the peachy tone and just get a little coverage out of it, because I figure something is better than nothing. If you're ever wondering how it works as a regular concealer, well, now you know. Oh, my poor skin. Oh my gosh. It has been not too happy lately. All right, so I'm going to go in with the Essence Pure Nude Makeup. This is in 20 Pure Sand. So this is definitely a lightweight coverage. I would not say it's like a full coverage foundation or anything, but I mean, it'll give you some natural effect. You're definitely going to be able to see some of my pigmentation and some of where my acne is healing, probably showing through. But we are just going to roll with it, like I said. And because this is light, I find if I use a brush or a beauty blender, sometimes it'll soak up too much of the product. So I am just going in with clean fingers and just applying it that way. But really, you can apply it any way that works the best for you. I find different products will work differently, different ways, and sometimes for different people. So it does have like a natural dewiness, not like a dewiness as in shiny or illuminating, but dewiness as in not matte finish to it. It's starting to be a little dark for me because I'm getting so pale. And I'm not someone who self-tans. I mean, maybe I should be, but I just embrace whatever my skin is doing on its own. I mean, honestly, when you have a baby, who has time to stand around letting self-tan or dry? Like, unless I want to do it at like 1 a.m. I don't though, so I don't use it. So there is the finished look of the foundation with the Bye Bye Circles, or what is this called? Say No to Dark Circles concealer. I did use that underneath and did spot touch up a little around my nose, just so I have some coverage here. Hopefully the match isn't too bad. All right, next for powder, I'm actually going to use this light shade from the contouring palette. This is going to be kind of a stretch because I find this shade to be very, very unpigmented. I'm gonna just have to just kind of really rotate my brush in here, and I have to kind of push to the side because I don't really want to get the blush or the bronzer in there. So I'm just kind of trying to load it up this way to use it as a setting powder. I mean, it does work. It's just not overly pigmented as far as like, you're not going to be able to like bake with it and get a really nice thick lay of powder. But if you were willing to work with the product a little more, you can get something off. It's just hard to use with these fluffier brushes because you don't want to have that, you know, crossover. They did give you a little bit of a separation here, which is nice, so it's not like a shared pan or anything. So where have I been? Oh my gosh, guys. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably have seen my name is Amber's Beauty _. I have never had so much sickness ever in my family, like the entire time I've been married. It has been so crazy. Like, I can't even begin to explain every kind of sickness that we've had that has just rotated one person. And it's not like everyone gets it at once. It's like one person. I'm cleaning like a maniac trying to like keep the sickness from spreading, and then it just spreads or something else. And it's just, it was insane. Like literally the worst sickness ugh, it was just crazy. All right, so for priming my eyes, I'm going to use the Essence I Love Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Base. And I do really like this. It is nice and creamy, and I feel like it does a good job of making my eyeshadow stay really well, and it does give it a little bit of a good base because it has a little bit of pigment to it, so it kind of gives me something for the shadow to stick to, so that is nice. I'm just going to go over it with this light shade again just to set it. And I will get back to my story in just a second, but I'll tell you what I'm going to use on my eyes. I'm not going to do anything revolutionary, just apply it, and then I'll finish my story. So for my eyes, I'm going to be using the Velvets in the crease. This is You Better Mauve. This is amazing. This is in number 7. Super pigmented. I love these. I would definitely purchase more. They are long wearing. They are great. These Metal Glams I really like, but I find as I've used this one quite a bit, it's starting to get a little more difficult to use the product, and you may be able to see around the edge there was a very glittery overspray. I heard some people say theirs didn't have an overspray, but mine did. And this shade as well, this is Hello Goldie. You might be able to see just right there around the corners, there was quite a bit more glitter, and now that that's rubbed away, you still have the really intense shine metallic finish. You just don't have that super glittery glitter bomb type thing. So I'm just going to apply this in the crease, apply the pink on the lid, and pop a little bit of this inner corner. So very simple there. So I guess it started the week before Christmas with my son. Both of them, they were sick, they were not doing well, and then we got that cleared up. They had coughs, they had this and that, and then all of a sudden it turns into the stomach flu on Christmas Day. Like literally on Christmas Day, all over my mom's house. I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening right now. So luckily we got through like Christmas dinner and stuff, but oh my gosh. And then like he had that for a week, and my older son didn't get it, just my 5-year-old got the stomach flu. And so that was horrible, cleaning it up all the time. Like as much as he tries to, you know, be considerate of where he's at and taking care of himself, he's 5, you know, and so that took pretty constant attention. Then he was finally getting better from that, and then my baby got it. As much as I was washing and sanitizing and trying my hardest to keep them away from each other, when it's just me during the day, like there's only so much I can do. And it was during Christmas vacation, so they were home, and I really tried. That's why I wasn't like on social media and stuff as much, or filming and editing, is I was literally like taking care of sick people, or I was cleaning up so I didn't spread it. And my baby got it. Little Miss was so sick, guys. It was so sad. Like she was the happiest baby I've ever seen that was that sick. She is so sweet. So she would literally be sick and then just be like like smiling afterwards, and I'm like, how are you the cutest? Like you are seriously the cutest. But we had to keep a really close watch on her, making sure she didn't get dehydrated. So we were giving her extra feedings, extra loves. Like basically, me and my husband stayed up with her, took turns staying up the entire night. Like we didn't lay her down to sleep. Like one of us was always holding her and awake so we could make sure that she was okay, because I just wasn't going to take any risks that she was going to like throw up in the night, and like who knows what could have happened. We just needed to make sure that she was okay. So we were up. So we were just so exhausted, and then finally she got better. That was on like the 31st of December, and then my husband got it. So he was super sick. We had our anniversary trip, so we went away for a few days, and we were at our hotel, and we were like going out to dinner, and he was just like, honey, I know you don't want to hear this right now, but I do not feel good. And I'm just like, are you serious? Before the kids went back to school, they were staying at grandma's. Thankfully they were better. We took little Miss with us because she's still little enough that I want her with me. And then my 5-year-old got sick again. It was a different sickness, but it was just as bad. It was the worst sickness of all. It was like, I don't even know. And it was right after we went back to school. Like everyone was fine for like 3 days. And I was like, okay, we're all good. Like everything is washed. We're getting the house sanitized. No, boom. He comes home Friday. We were at the aquarium. We're having fun day with grandma and cousins. And he's like, Mommy, my tummy hurts. I'm like, okay, buddy, you know, let's go. I start walking him out of the aquarium to go to the bathroom, you know, to see if like that would help him or whatever. No, sick all over the floor. Sick, sick, sick. Oh my gosh, it was so horrible. Like I had to go and buy him new clothes and it just was horrific. Like I would never want to do this again. Let's just put it that way. And it was so sad because he's like, Mom, can't I play in the playground? And I was like, no, buddy, you can't. Like he was still happy, but I was like, you cannot play. So that puts us to today where he has been sick. We ended up having to take him to Instacare. They got him some medicine to help him keep something down so he wouldn't get dehydrated. It was just pure insanity. I can't even. Once again, me and my husband were up the entire night. We were taking shifts. Being up because like it was just horrible. You don't want to hear any more about that. So that's where I've been. Basically having the sick apocalypse of 2016, 2017. Oh, I am so tired, but it feels so good to just come down and get ready. I got a gift card for Christmas and I did on our anniversary trip go to Sephora and get something. A beautiful palette that I wanted to share with you guys, but I'm not gonna tell you yet. But if you follow me on Instagram, you probably already saw it. I have not even yet to wear it. I have not even yet to swatch it because I've been so busy that it's like, I can't even do anything with this right now. So, Essence Make Me Brow, I did review this in an earlier one. I do like this. I don't think it's like the best ever. For this color, this is the lightest color, I believe. I do have to work it and build it up a little bit more. But it's okay. You know, it gets you some color for a more natural look, but it's definitely not going to give you this like, well, bam, like in your face brow. It's better for like a natural day makeup. And my other complaint is that the applicator is actually really scratchy. I know that sounds kind of wimpy, but it is. Like, I'm like, I don't want my makeup to hurt me, you know? It's like, what? So from here going forward, I'm obviously so behind in my videos that I was just stressed and I was like, I'm just going to take it one at a time. I still have some favorites I'm going to do for the 2016 and it's going to be late, but you know what? I just did best I could. Literally. Alright, so for this face palette, here is the bronzer right here. I do like this bronzer. I felt like it was a decent color. You know, it wasn't too warm. And I got an okay payoff on it. I don't think it's rather good for beginners so you don't get like a huge whop of brown around your face and you're like, holy cow. But it's workable, it's buildable. I mean, you can see I'm getting some good color there. So this is probably, you know, lightly pigmented. This is medium to full pigment. This is like straight up full on pigment. The blush is so pigmented. Like so pigmented that you have to be careful because you will end up putting way too much on. So I'm gonna literally just take a little tap it off and just start applying it slowly because otherwise you will get way too much real quick. See, you can already see plenty. It does have a teensy bit of shimmer in it, but it's not, it gives it kind of a sheen on the face, but nothing that's going to be like, whoa, holy glitter city or anything like that. But the bronzer is completely matte and so is the highlight shade, which is just kind of a neutral powder. So here's the swatches of these. You can see the blush and the powder is gonna just barely show up there. And then you've got the bronzer. So, I mean, they are less expensive, so you could get a little bit of chalkiness with them. But overall, I mean, for a $5 palette, which, by the way, Ulta had these on their website for $17.99, and Tati Glam Life Guru was reviewing this, and I was like, what? I bought these for $5.99 from the Essence site. Actually less because I bought it on sale. So I don't know what that was all about, but don't buy it at Ulta.com because you'll pay too much for it. But this blush is really like pigmented as far as it lasts. Like this will last all day. So it is a really nice if you get it on in the good way, so it's not like, whoa, it can really look good. All right, so next I'm going to be using the face palette. This is the Illuminizer palette, and it has those 3 shades. It's in Ready, Set, Glow. And you've got one that was kind of like a bronzer for very, very fair skin, or a highlighter for very deep skin. I'm not sure exactly what it wants to be. You've got this peachy shade, which ends up being more of a blush topper. And then you have this one in the middle. Even though it does have a tiny bit of glitter in it, this is my favorite shade. So that's the one I'm gonna use today. So you can see it gives a really nice glow to the face. But I do like all of them. These would be pretty as eyeshadows as well. I mean, this peach color is beautiful, especially if you have a little bit deeper skin than me. It'd be awesome. So I like that this is something that I can use, but it's gonna work for deeper skin tones as well, because so many highlighter palettes are more towards fair skin that it's nice to see something that could be versatile to all skin colors. And this again was like $5.99. It was the same price as the Shape Your Face. This is Shape Your Face, this is Light Up Your Face. This does come in a peach tone as well. I did not get that. This one is the Ready Set Pink, which has the hotter pink blush. All right, for eyeliner, I got the Essence Gel Eyeliner. I really like this. It's really good and affordable, especially for someone on a budget, but it works really good too. I don't feel like it dries out super quick. I mean, it's gonna dry out the same as anything else, but I've had some problems with e.l.f. eyeliners drying out way too fast, and I definitely felt like this one did better than that one. If you struggle using like a felt tip pen eyeliner, I would try gel. Even though the brush technique seems a little scary, you're not gonna get to the point where you're like wobbling and you kind of push too hard and then you get a big blob and then you're like this is going to be easier because you can just start with really fine strokes and slowly add and add and add instead of getting way too much all at once. And I also try to hold the brush down like this instead of up like this, and kind of try to drag it along the lash line a little more, and that keeps me from getting the line too thick, especially where my eyes are hooded. All right, so I haven't done a winged liner in a while, so I thought I'd go have fun with that. And I have already reviewed the mascara, but I will say again that I do really like this Lash Princess mascara. I think it works really good and it's affordable. And one thing I've noticed is sometimes with volumizing or lengthening mascaras, after a time I'll notice that they start to break my lashes. I feel like my lashes have gotten longer since I've been using this. One, because they stopped falling out, but two, because this mascara is really good about, like, I wouldn't say it conditions my lashes, but it doesn't ever have that issue where I get lash breakage that I'll sometimes get with other mascaras. So that is another reason I really like it. So I haven't had to just like wear falsies out and about on the daily, which there's nothing wrong with that if you like to, but obviously with all that's been going on, I haven't had time. I honestly haven't worn makeup very much the last few weeks, just for the fact that it was way too crazy. I didn't even have 10 minutes. I didn't even have 5 minutes. Alrighty, and to finish off the look, I'm going to be using the color number 12 lipstick, Blush My Lips. I really like this formula. I have another shade as well. This is a little bit darker shade. They do have a little bit of a smell to them as far as like a less expensive cosmetic smell, but the comfort on the lips and the look of them formula wise is really nice. And I don't know what this bang is doing, so we'll just go from there. All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope this was helpful in reviewing some of these Essence products and showing you how they work on my face. Thank you for listening to my rant for a little while. Obviously, there are worse things. My kids could have had much more serious illnesses. I'm grateful that they didn't. I'm grateful that I had this time to spend with my family, and I did have a lot of good times too, where we were just having fun and just enjoyed being together as a family. So thank you for sticking around and sticking with me during this little non-purposeful break, but it ended up being that way kind of. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!